Okay, this video is going to be about the first date between Anna and myself, my wife Anna, and I got a very mixed audience, a bunch of middle-aged and older people interested in health problems, but I got a lot of young people, a lot of young men that are interested also in dating, marriage, and all that sort of stuff. So we met on Match.com, okay? And I'm going to give you some advice about meeting women. Number one, you always have to act superior to the woman. All the stuff that women say about dating relationships is not true. Never listen to women. They're full of crap, okay? Women always say, well, I like a man who has a sense of humor and who is kind. That's all bullshit, okay? They want a man who they think is superior to themselves, who does not need them. Because what a woman wants is to feel that she was successful in catching a good man, okay? That's how their brains work. And they're always looking for what's the best guy they could get. So the proper way to act towards a woman is, I am superior to you. You're lucky I even speak to you. I know that doesn't sound nice. Like with men, you just want to be nice and reasonable and honest and truthful and objective and logical. It is not like that with women. Anybody who says it's like that with women is full of crap. With women, you have to act superior to them. You have to talk down to them. You have to be that way because unless they think you're superior to them in some way, they don't think you're worth talking about. They're like you're a DIGC, a dick in a glass case, that you're beneath them. They could always get you. You're a safety valve guy, a friend zone guy. The man who is superior to them, that's the one who they want to catch. So that makes them attracted to you. So it's paradoxical, but a woman becomes attracted to you when you act above her and kind of even disrespectful a little bit, aloof and scornful almost. They'll try to deny it. They'll make their little funny little faces, but they're full of crap. It's true and everybody knows it. So anyways, for example, on the comments on Match.com, I saw her face. I thought she was pretty. I thought she was kind of fat. And I said something to her along the lines of, look, you're kind of fat, but I'm willing to talk to you. I'll teach you about the vegan diet. You'll lose the weight. You don't have to be so fat. Okay, you got any comments?
No, honey, I wasn't fat.
Yeah, she responded about 5 days later, and she says like, oh, I can't believe you called me fat, blah, 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 blah. But the truth is,
she called me fat.
The only reason she responded is because she liked me, and she liked the fact that I was kind of superior to her. Okay? And then I talked to her on the phone.
I wasn't fat, honey. If I'd be really fat, it would be like...
You had a big fat face in your picture. You did. And after she ate the vegan diet, we started going out. She lost like 25 pounds. Okay, it's a fact. Also, I'm wearing my overcoat here. I wore a black overcoat. I wore a suit, a nice tie, decent shirt. And again, you dress nice because the truth, too, is all women are a little bit gold diggers. They all want a man who could support them, okay? They work, but even though they work, in the back of their mind is that primitive thing that they might be pregnant in the cave and they want the man bringing them food, okay? It's just a fact. And these things don't go away. All this stuff about men and women being the same and being equal, it's nonsense. Men and women are very different. We don't have babies. We don't deliver babies. We don't breastfeed babies. They've got this giant pituitary from their menstruation cycle. They have emotions that run up and down like a roller coaster. Every guy knows that about his mother, his sister, his girlfriends, his aunts. That's how women are. I mean, women are different. That's why they can have babies. So all this modern stuff about pretending they're the same is nonsense. Okay, the other things too, when you meet, first date, I always have it. And I only dated one woman after I got divorced. But even before I got divorced, any date I take, I always take them to a bookstore. Because I figure if the woman flakes out and she doesn't show up, I got something to do. I can look at the books. Also, if she gives me an attitude about books, then I know she's stupid and I'm not going to go out with her. Okay? What you're looking for in a first date is just like a security assessment. Is she a flake? Lots of women are crazy and stupid and bizarre and weird and have mental health problems. Like, if she was taking any psychiatric medicines, I would not go out with her. If she had any tattoos, I would not go out with her. If she had a piercing in her nose, I would immediately just walk away from the table. If she had a piercing in her eyebrow, any of this weird crap, I would immediately walk away. As soon as I see a woman with a tattoo, I think to myself, she's probably really promiscuous. She might have hepatitis from the tattoo. She's real promiscuous. She might have herpes. She might have HIV. She could have chlamydia, gonorrhea, any one of these zoonotic diseases, okay? So I'm not going to waste my time. And you also have to be willing to walk away. These women are overrated, so don't feel like there's a lot of fish in the sea. Tons and tons of women. You just go to YouTube, you see there's tons and tons of them. They're desperate to find a man. So you just have the attitude like, look, lady, you're lucky to be talking to me. What have you got to say for yourself? And if there seems to be potential, fine, we'll go on another date. If not, fine, see you later. There's a lot of fish in the sea. Okay, you got anything to say? She's a little speechless because women also, they're used to simp guys sort of kissing their butt. And that doesn't work. When a man telegraphs a lot of interest in a woman, then she sees him as like equal to her and easy to get. She thinks, oh, he's friend zone, he's easy to get, he's a safety valve guy, I could always come back to him. Okay, when they see a man who's kind of above them and really doesn't care if things work out or not, then they're like, oh, this might be a good catch for me. And so that makes them attracted. You know, I'd heard that one description of it, cat string theory. You know, you pull the string away from the cat goes after the string. But if the string just sits there, the cat don't care. So it's real important you don't telegraph a lot of interest in a woman in the beginning. Okay, I remember our conversation. She was like interrogating me with all these questions. You know, are you really a doctor? What do you do? Where do you work? What do you do? And all this stuff. And she didn't believe me. I said, look, you can look at my photos on Match.com. You can look at my photos on YouTube, on where I've written all my books. You can see my Amazon. It's pretty obvious who I am. And then she called me back and said, yeah, we can go on a date tomorrow. And then we went to the bookstore, okay? So we're talking at the bookstore. The other thing, too, is, you know, I really didn't care if I went out with her or not. I just wanted to get a sense if she was maybe, you know, potential for me. So I told her straight out, I want the relationship to work long-term. I was looking for a long-term woman. I don't really want to chase different women. I have a friend, just to give you an example, a man's sexual market value peaks at about 42. A woman's peaks at 24. So the older the woman gets, the less likely she can attract a man. And whereas a man, his sexual market value keeps going up. So, you know, women peak at about 24 years of age. So young guys in college age, they're kind of sad because the girls are interested in older guys and it's hard for them to attract a woman. But for an older guy who's got any type of career success, the women just throw themselves at you. So he's got a lot of choices. He doesn't have to put up with any BS from them. And what I'm saying is, right in the first conversation with a woman, you should tell them what you want. I said, look, you're going to have to cook for me. If you don't want to cook for me, then there's no point in us talking anymore. Okay? Do you remember that?
I remember, yeah.
and I said, you're going to have to cook the vegan diet for me. And she goes, well, I'm not a vegan. I'm like, well, that's an opportunity. It's a great opportunity for you to learn. Okay?
Now I know how to do it.
And she's happy. She lost 25 pounds. She had all these hives on her skin. They all went away. Yeah, because, you know, women always say they don't like a man who's bossy and controlling and all this other stuff. But the truth of the matter is they want a guy who's a little bit alpha. And that's a good way to be. And if they don't like it, then too bad. There's other fish in the sea. That's how to conduct yourself around women. And dress nice. Because I had the experience when I was in college. There was this like nerdy fraternity. I was in the athlete fraternity, okay? We had all these guys that were playing professional sports and stuff. And most of them didn't have a girlfriend. And they were real frustrated. 9 out of 10 California girls are pretty. 10th one goes to Stanford. And so what I'm saying is we would dress like slobs in college. Just wear a t-shirt. I used to wear wrestling tournament t-shirts all the time. And we go to this other party. I forget the name of the party, but it was the Phi Delta. I don't know what the heck they were called. These guys all were wearing preppy Izod nice shirts and stuff, you know, Izod loafers, and that was the trend of the day. And they had a lot of nice girlfriends. We're like, how come these wussies have all these nice girlfriends and we're all single? And what I'm saying is, women like a guy to look respectful, to look respectable, to look financially successful. So you just look the part, and the woman becomes attracted. It's just a fact. So what I'm saying is, dress nice. Okay, and you know, the kind of questions you ask them are just, you're trying to get a sense, is she an HOE, okay? Because a lot of women are HOEs, and if you got that, you don't want anything to deal with her. Is she an alcoholic? Is she a mental health patient? Is she so emotionally unstable she can't even talk for 10 minutes? And those are all the kind of red flags that you would want to avoid her. You got anything to say?
No, honey.
She's kind of nervous because, you know, when she's alone with me, she talks my ear off. She won't shut up, you know. Emotional female. She's always asking me all these emotional questions. Are you happy? Do you like this? Blah, 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 blah. Women like to analyze their emotions all day because they're designed to have 10 or 15 babies. And in the modern world, they're only having 1, 2, or 3. So then they've got all this extra time, all this maternal energy, and they sit around, they talk to their dogs like they're people. They analyze their emotions. And the guy, you know, he's got a lot of work to do. you, okay? Whereas the woman's always trying to find entertainment. Do you want to go to a water park? Do you want to go to the zoo? You want to go to the nature center? They're always looking for some entertainment for the day. You want to go to the national park? I'm like, no, I want to write a book chapter. And I told her that right in the beginning. She's like, do you like to travel? I said, no, I don't like to travel. If you want to go out with me, get used to the fact we're not going to travel. I've been on a plane once in 28 years. And she's like, well, the reason why would I be like that is because I want her to know the truth so that she doesn't get pissed off at me later. And I also want her to know what she's getting into if she goes out with me. And I think that's the better way to be. You know, we had one little episode where she's giving me crap. She's like, why am I doing all the work in this relationship? You're just using me for sex, and I'm sick of it. I said, oh, really? There's the door. There's the door right there. You could leave. Okay?
It was so mean, honey.
No, it was the truth. It was good. And after
Really
that,
mean.
yeah, after that, what did she say? She said, I'm sorry. You know, because if they're always going to push you. A woman will push to try to control you and manipulate you. And the power that the man has is simply to say, okay, fine, then let's not go out. I don't think the relationship's working out. It's nice meeting you. I'll see you later. That's the power the man has, because the more she gets her grips on you, the more she'll start controlling you. You know, like, I think that women are kind of like an invention by God to empty a man's wallet. So he has to be able to stand his ground and not let her control the relationship too much. It doesn't attract her. What attracts her is the fact that you can walk away from her. What attracts her is the fact that you don't need her. She needs me more than I need her. I'm fine without her, okay? Look at her. She's embarrassed because she knows it's true. She wanted to talk. She was happy to make this video. Now that we're sitting here in front, you know, she knows I'm really articulate, and she's hesitant to say anything because she's afraid that I'll just pop back and put her in her place. I want to be nice. I want her to be happy. Now, she did say something funny. After we made a couple of videos together, all the videos with her got a lot of views. You know, like they would get like 5,000 views, which is far more than my regular views. And she goes, any video with me gets more views. She goes, I'm going to take over your channel. I go, yeah, right. You'll make 5 popular videos, and after that, you'll run out of ideas. I got 5,000 ideas. So anyways, that was funny. Anyways, well, do you want to say anything? It's your big chance to say anything. And that other thing, women are chicken shits, okay? When you're in the kitchen with a woman, she's bitching, do this, controlling. They're like little wildcats in the kitchen, okay? But you put them in public, and they like shit in their pants, and they like become all quiet. It's true. Look at her little nervous, scared face, okay? As soon as we get off of this, she's going to talk. That's funny, but that's how they are, okay? Because I know that. For example, I was first in my med school class. I had a girl in my med school class who was second in the med school class, okay? And we did residency together. And this was at Northwestern, and, you know, I always felt like I belonged at Harvard. I stayed at Northwestern because my mother was sick. I should have gone to Harvard. But anyway, so I was happy to talk, get all the attendings. I could give a rat's ass. You know, I wanted to show off what I know. Versus she'd be like, oh, I have to talk in front of the attendings and the residents? I need beta blockers. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. In my experience, they're kind of chicken shits. They're not as confident as a man. They're nervous about embarrassing themselves in public. They very much are conformist, and they care what the public thinks and cares about. Whereas a man, I know I'm smart. Anybody who disagrees is just a troll. Okay, you know, you maybe have a different opinion, teach me something, fine. But most of the time when people disagree with me, it's because there's a troll. Anytime you talk about Christianity, some atheistic troll pops out. Okay, you talk about, well, how Darwinism is bogus. An atheistic troll pops out, okay? Anyways, what else can I say about our first date? So that's basically it. Act like you're above them, because that's what attracts them. Okay, and you'll have a bunch of women. Women will always complain and bitch when you say an unwelcome truth down in the comments. Oh, my husband is my best friend. We like to talk. Nawalt. Nawalt means not all women are like that. That's what they always say. But in real life, when you deal with a woman, that's what she's trying to decide. Are you above her or not in your sexual market value? And does she have a chance to get you? And if you're above her, then she wants you. Okay? That's pretty much how it is. If she's single and you're above her, then she kind of wants you. She's attracted to you. She can't even help it. So to be attractive, act like you're above them. Fake it till you make it. And always be nice, but don't take any shit from them. Don't kiss their ass. Don't show interest. It's weird, but you being indifferent attracts them to you. Okay, and that's kind of how you learn the game. And you might as well look your best. Your clothes are a tool that you use to control other people. Your first impression is important. Dressing nice, You know, it makes you look wealthy and educated. You just put a tie on, it looks like your IQ went up 20, 30 points. Be physically fit. Get a suntan. You know, get a haircut. Be well groomed. Okay, this stuff's pretty basic, but it makes a difference. And anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that came out of our first date or so. So yeah, I basically spelled it out real clear. If you want to be my woman, you're going to cook for me. You're going to clean my apartment. You're going to do my laundry. You're going to iron my clothes. That's what you're going to have to do for me at a minimum. And then I'll sort of like protect you from the real world, a lot of the real world bullshit. Okay, but you're going to have to do all that stuff for me. And if you don't want to do that, then there's no point in us having a second date. Because that's what I need a woman to do. Because a lot of times it's like, oh, you complete me, and the woman's all excited about her degree. The reality is the man doesn't really care too much about her degree, okay? You know, I got an IQ of about 180. I find my interesting conversation by reading a book. I don't need her to debate biochemistry theories with me, okay? Yeah, it's nice. She read my books and she gave me some good suggestions and helpful. That is all true, and I like it. But what I'm trying to say is he needs you to cook the food, clean his apartment, do his laundry, be nice, make the home a peaceful, friendly place, not a bitch place. You got anything to say? She had all these things to say when we're alone, and now she's got stage fright and she's a little chicken shit. You got anything else to say?
No, honey.
A total chicken shit.
I'm not a chicken shit, I'm a woman, honey.
I'm not a chicken shit. I'm a woman. Okay, yeah, right. Anyways, well, that's what it's like. I hope the young guys found this helpful.